This is the worst news ever.
1-800-743-CBC tweet. Ladies and gentlemen, put your tray tables up and your seatbacks in their full upright positions. We're about to land the plane. We're landing on Wall Street. We hope you enjoy your ride on PAL Airlines.
No. Any of you up there realize what Jim Cramer does for the markets? He is the worst person out there. We're going to go over that today, as well as home builder sentiment. I know that number came in today as expected, as well as we'll talk about PPI, CPI, and yes, where are the rates going? Because there's some good news on that front, all today on Real Estate Daily. Welcome, everyone. My name is Troy, and every day we go over the latest news in real estate, housing, and the mortgage markets. Now, before we jump into it, do me a favor, hit that like button. I'm going to give you the best 5 to 10 minutes in real estate on a daily basis. Oh my God, you understand the Jim Cramer reverse. It's just everything he says. If you were to bet on the exact opposite, you would have made so much money. Going all the way back to 2008, where Jim said that Bear Stearns and the whole market was fine, and 48 hours later, one of the biggest crashes ever to happen. Bear Stearns just spiraled completely down, out of control, losing his clients 50% right off the bat, especially if they bought in on that day or they had held, which God knows how much how much they would have lost if they had held at a higher dollar amount. Man, this is crazy. This guy. So, hey, this guy named Finance a Lot, and we're gonna go take a look at him right now. Finance a Lot. So he came up and he actually, thank you very much. Give him a follow on X. It's oversell everything. This is a sentiment that people are having right now. You know, every time Jim Cramer says something, it's just been the opposite. He just said, a month and a half ago, hey, sell crypto. Boom, crypto just takes right off on him. He's actually said that 2 or 3 times this year. You know, buy crypto, it dies. You know, so I don't know if he's manipulated. I don't know if Jim is what it's up. You know, he sets up other market participants for people, but it's ridiculous. So, all right, let's jump into real news. That's not good news though. It says home builder sentiment drops to the lowest point in a year, but falling interest rates spur some optimism. Now, it just exact same thing happened last year. At the very end of October through November, we saw the highest rates of the year was out in 2022. Same thing that's happening here. You know, we saw rates jump up and now they're cooling down. Why? Well, because we're seeing the CPI and PPI prints, whether you believe them or not, or much lower. They came in much lower under expectations. And now the whole market's rejoicing and partying and having all kinds of fun. You know, Powell's going to stop actually raising rates, and he might reverse it. But guys, you know, traditionally and on trend, when he reverses, and this is the odds are, as I showed you 2 days ago, odds are that somewhere in April or May, if he does go ahead and reverse, we have seen an absolute market crash happen right behind it. It's happened virtually every single time. The market gets euphoric. Hey, again, the party continues on. You know, after he has reverse course and he went down 25 basis points, and then all of a sudden madness ensues. Stock market breaks. You know, that the unemployment shoots right through the roof, and everyone's euphoria turns into depression. And then of course a snowball goes downhill, and again, Powell keeps lowering rates because we keep seeing more people laid off, and we keep seeing the stock market just not bounce back. And the reason why I mention the stock market is a lot of you out there have 401ks. Please understand that if you have it in a 401k and you do not have a self-directed IRA, you do not direct what is actually happening with your retirement funds. And if you see the Fed pivot, I'm just telling you now, you look back at the numbers and it shows a stock market crash. And a lot of people that are caught up in that, this is their earnings. Do not pull money out if it has a huge, enormous down day. This is not financial advice. Just make good decisions, guys. Make good decisions. All right, let's go on to the next article. Do me a favor. Before we jump into the DS news here, go ahead and hit that subscription button. I want to get I want to continue to grow this channel. I think we have the best channel out there for on a daily basis about real estate. This is DS News. It says home prices hit a new peak as sellers continue supplier strike in October. There's just no supply. There's no supply out there, and all the people out there look at it. Look, here we go. Let's go look at some of the numbers here. Los Angeles, starter homes, 6.2%, mid-tier, 7%. Luxury, this is what's available. I mean, we're just down all the way across the board. It just isn't happening like a lot of people have been saying now for 2 years. Oh, the market's going to crash. Yes, commercial market's going down, no question. The resale market makes up 91% of the retail market. Only the new home builds are 9%, maybe 10% at certain points. But 9%, when you look at the sentiment, makes no impact upon the resale market. Zero. It's more of a talking point among social media people than it is actually the resale market is. So with that being said, and at the end, I just don't see a huge crash. Will I see prices that maybe float down a little bit? I absolutely can see that, especially in certain areas, but I do not see an entire market crash. What is the definition of crash? In my eyes, it's got to exceed 15%. I don't see that whatsoever. The majority of houses that are on the market that I show, and that I heard yesterday from CNBC, the majority of houses are vacant. And why are they vacant? They're flippers. They're investors that are trying to put in and make money in this market. So take that with a grain of salt, guys. It's not like you're having owner-occ sitting in there trying to sell his house. No, the owner-occ is not there. Someone might have passed away in the house. Something else happened. Whatever those things were, guys, just know that this isn't what we're really looking at. Here, we're looking at a market full of empty homes that there's no house payments on there. The desperation moment is not there. Will they lower houses? Absolutely, lower prices on it. But, we're just seeing so much, inventory just sit on the sidelines because nobody wants to sell a house and then move into a high rent, or they want to move into a higher interest rate up to another loan. All right, let's jump into this. What were interest rates yesterday? Well, we saw a huge drop on Tuesday. We saw it all rebound yesterday. So we're at 7.4, 7.41 in conventional, 7.215 on FHA. The best part about this, though, is that we do see rates go down today. If we look at the 10-year, we saw the bond, and I'll hit disconnect here. The bond went down about 0.072. So we went down about 1.5, 1.6%. The bond is just, it should show that we should be under 7.2 in rates in FHA tomorrow, which I'm excited about. I see it just went up a little bit. It was at 4.45. Now it's at 4.61. So depends on the news. Oh, there we go. We just dropped right back down into it. So we up to the minute. Here's the numbers. You can check them out for yourself. Well, guys, thank you very much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. We're hoping that Jim Cramer does not open his mouth anytime further, especially with that intro to his program, Mad Money. My God. I can't believe people pay this guy $600 a year to listen to his stock picks. I mean, what was it, 6 months ago? He picked Meta and it just crashed on all his people. I mean, how do you continue to spend money on this bozo? I have no clue. But good news is that, again, we saw two bad prints, PPI and CPI, and we're hoping that the Fed on their December 13th meeting, that there is no change and they have a very dovish outlook. All right. Well, you guys take care. I will see you tomorrow. Have a good day.